Ladies and gentlemen, we want to welcome you to the art of nonsense. Lan Mind with the takes, it's explosive. Chris Anthony, indie guy, then you know this is Art of Nonsense. What? Art of Nonsense. Who? Art of Nonsense. Art of Nonsense. Yo. Lan Mind with the takes, it's explosive. Chris Anthony, indie guy, then you know this is Art of Nonsense. What? Art of Nonsense. Who? Art of Nonsense. Art of Nonsense.
Yo. Last night, they did it to them now too.
They did what?
At least we're not the only ones.
Oh, you're talking about the Pacers?
They were OKC was up 9 with the same amount of time that we had, and they blew it too. So the Knicks aren't alone. Yeah.
What does that prove, Chris? What does that prove? What does that prove?
That the Pacers killed Jim Irsay to win a championship.
Wow. You better make a clip. If not, I'm gonna make the clip and show everybody what you just said. They sacrificed. Wow.
They sacrificed the Colts owner to win a championship, bro. There's no other way. Brother, you're telling me
that Helly ain't that guy?
In one playoff run,
Helly's that guy.
He has a game winner in each series.
Bro, he's the most clutch player in the NBA.
Winner or a game tire.
Bro,
right?
He's clutch. He's more clutch than Brunson.
I'm not saying he isn't. Unfortunately, it's not for the playoffs. For the regular season, Brunson definitely deserved it.
Mm-hmm.
But for the playoffs, he definly got it.
When it counts
Brunson
most.
only got one in the playoffs. So
yeah. And Helly's breaking records. He's making history, bro.
Why's your wife in the background stretching?
Well, you can't see her in this recording, but you do see her in majority of the video. She's a I was gonna say she's a loser and annoying. Yeah, I'm recording.
I didn't know you were
So we're gonna put that in the clips. We're gonna because you can't see her in this clip. We're just hearing her.
That's mad funny.
Whatever you do, Chris, when you get married, make sure you guys do not have off on the same day, okay?
I mean, listen, you have off every Friday anyway, so
I do have off every Friday, but she wants to be off the same day as me to annoy me.
That's because she loves you, man. She wants to be in your presence, you know? What a good wife. This guy's complaining.
He gets it. He gets it.
You know what I'm saying? What a complainer. Come on, Louis. That's what wives are for, to annoy you.
I thought that's what children were for.
No, the children are there to help do the chores that you don't want to do.
So they just become servants.
Yeah, pretty much. Yo, do the dishes. Yo, do the laundry. Fold it. You know what I'm saying? Bring me the remote. I don't feel like getting up.
Is that why you want like 6 kids so they could do everything?
I don't want that much kids. You bugging. I don't want no kids.
You're a liar.
Snip, cut off the pee-pee like Lou would say.
No.
You know? Freaking guy.
No. So everyone knows the term snip, snip. That means, to get a vasectomy, no?
A what?
Vasectomy.
Oh, okay. You said it right this time.
What did I say the first time?
You said vasectomy.
With an F?
Yeah. Yo, you can play it back.
Nah.
You can play it back. You the one that said it, my netted. And don't you forget it. Welcome to the Art of Nonsense podcast. This is episode 27. I'm Chris Anthony, and that's
Lan Mind, I guess. I don't know what's going on with Chris today.
Wow,
I don't know.
bro.
Nah,
I
Chris
just
is
gave
on
you a perfect segue into the intro, and that's how you treat the intro segue.
It's weird. This is the thing. We're recording early today on a Friday morning, and Chris is supposed to be at work. So if anybody's watching this, please fire him.
I am at work, technically.
You just
Hi, Zoom.
The life Chris has is unreal.
I'm on a Zoom call right now.
Are you really?
No,
though?
so here's the thing.
All right, how does it work?
They switched it up. So
what do you
the
mean?
union fought for the day to be remote today.
Only for one day?
Supposed to be remote. Yeah, no. So look, Thursday's Brooklyn Queens Day. So
I forgot that thing existed. Yeah.
Right, we're off that day.
Forget the other boroughs, just Brooklyn and Queens.
No, they changed it so now all the boroughs get it now, anyways. But whatever.
So it's just New York Day. New York City Day?
I don't know, but they changed the name of it. I forgot what it's called, but the other boroughs complained, so they gave. It used to be just Brooklyn Queens Day. Now I forget what the day's called, but we get the day off Thursday. So Friday was supposed to be, is a clerical day, which is basically the staff goes in, but there's no kids in the building. So the kids are off, but we're not. So I was supposed to go to the building, but the union said, "What's the point of that when we could get everything done that we need to get done at home, which for me makes more sense because again, I got a one-on-one student. If I don't have my student in the building,
what's the point?
What am I in the building for?
Yeah.
So basically, we just have to sign in and stay in a call until it's time to leave.
So if someone calls in the middle of this podcast is done.
No, I'm on the call already. Like, I'm in the call right now as we speak.
Do you hear people talking? I don't know what's going on.
No, everybody's muted because we don't have anything to do. We're just here for the attendance, pretty much.
That's
like the ones that have stuff to do, they've been doing it since 8 o'clock in the morning.
Got you.
We had to meet in the morning. Both the principals were there, and they were like, "Yo, this is what we're doing today. This is on the agenda. You guys go into your breakout rooms." So I'm in a breakout room with the people that are in the same district as me, and that's it.
Okay, sounds like a great gig.
And then I get to leave.
You mean sign off?
At 2:30 to go to the prom. No.
Oh, that's right, the prom.
Because today's my school's prom, which is kind of crazy because usually later.
That's what I thought. It was later towards the end of June.
Nah, but they're doing it this week, and then next Friday is the senior trip, so I'll be on that as well.
Okay.
And then that next Monday is that's it. It's graduation day, and
damn,
the year's pretty much over, man.
So what are your plans for the summer? I know you're going to PR though.
I'm going to PR. I got my sister's baby shower. I'm gonna lose 50 pounds, and yeah, man, just streaming, platinuming games.
No, I want to get back to the 50 pounds. That's a lot of weight.
Yeah, I might lose it. If I lose 50 pounds, I'll start flying.
That's what I'm saying. You disappear, kind of.
Yeah. No, I want to lose like at least 20 though. I think
20 is always 20, a good number. Right. But you were doing your push-up challenge, and then what happened? You stopped pushing up, and you started just.
Well, the push-up challenge is over. I still go to the gym and do like my push-ups or whatever,
but we don't get the selfies no more. Here. So how do you,
bro? I don't take selfies,
bro. You always take selfies in the mirror. Don't you feel that's weird as a man to take a selfie of yourself in the gym? I
don't take selfies in the mirror,
bro. If I could go through your Instagram stories and we go through the history.
You can't because they're not there. They don't exist after a day.
That's what I wanted to get to. Yeah, I'm off of that.
No, but my gym has like a private room with the mirror. That's the one I go to. I don't do it like in front of everybody. Like,
but don't you think that's weird in itself though? As a
no,
male?
I want to see my progress. What the?
Oh, so you're saying you take? You're saying you take the pictures for yourself. So then why do you post it for people to see?
I mean, because I'm single.
Oh,
and I want women to see my chesticles,
that's what
bro.
I wanted to get to, Chris. You are promoting your body.
First of all, yes. Yes, I am. You like a little bit of chunky?
Let him know, Chris.
Monkey. No,
excuse me? Wait, what? What?
Trying to get to you in that monkey. You know what I'm saying?
God. Speaking about that. Did you see that our good rapper Mr. Lil Wayne came out with a new album today?
It's horrible.
Okay, I haven't listened to it, and I'm not a big Lil Wayne fan. People say Lil Wayne is the GOAT.
I'm a huge Lil Wayne fan.
I don't even have my light on, bro. Why don't you say nothing?
I think. Damn. What do you mean? You turned it off?
No, my other light.
Oh, that I don't know. That's your fault.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? This guy's living in. Look at his curtains have no, like, my curtains cover everything. There's no sunlight coming in my room.
I would love that, but my wife doesn't want blackout shades, so this is what I get.
Right. But what?
So what's going on with Lil Wayne,
Lil Wayne, mixtape Lil Wayne, and Carter 2, Carter 3 Lil Wayne is the GOAT to me. It's just he's washed, bro. He's washed. But he's not the only rapper I feel like this about. I mean, obviously, we started off our podcast with me trashing Eminem. Obviously, Kanye West. Like, all the old rappers, some of them just don't, to me, they don't age well. They don't follow, you know what I'm saying?
Would you say that Nas is probably the best one? That
I would say Nas
matured as he got older in his rhymes.
Him and Jay-Z.
I would say so too.
Him and Jay-Z are probably the two best examples of at least super popular artists that at this point in their age and their rhyme skill. I mean, Nas got better.
You
I think
think
because
so?
his production got better.
Okay, so let's say this. I'm a big Nas fan. His production wise has always been trash. As of
Yes,
late,
but
it's been a lot better.
he found a producer, so
Boy
it makes
Wonder
sense,
is doing
right?
things, yeah.
Now obviously there's more like underground people that still produce great music to this day, but
Who do you
like
like,
as far as
Tech-9?
popular, no, popular artists goes, those two are probably the best two examples of popular artists that, you know, they still bring it when they're on a song, you know, and it's
Mm.
not like there's no extra like curricular activities to promote it like a Kanye West would do, you know.
Now, did you see that he did the same thing Jay-Z did to promote this album, where it's like he's going through phases of his original albums, and it's a commercial that Lil Wayne put out yesterday.
I didn't
Jay-Z
even
did.
see that.
Okay, so yeah, it was posted on Twitter/X. Jay-Z did the same thing. He did a commercial.
I remember
You
where he was
remember?
doing like the covers.
Yes, that, and Lil Wayne did the same thing yesterday,
I
which I
mean,
thought
Lil
was
Wayne
pretty
could
cool.
do that. Lil Wayne is one of the artists that can do that.
That's what
I
I'm
mean,
saying. I thought
think
it was
he's
cool to see that, because then I think what was interesting about him was, you know, when he was doing the Carter albums, the covers were like babies, right? Like, and it was
Yeah.
progressively. I think Drake almost did kind of the same thing a little bit, and Nas did it to begin with. Biggie did it with his first album.
That's always
Yeah.
a good album cover. Like,
Yeah.
yo, make a baby picture. I mean, take a baby picture and make it an album cover. It works.
Yeah. So I thought it was just a little weird, but other than that, I thought the commercial did what it was supposed to do, just give you a timeline of his albums. You know, I thought it was pretty
Right.
cool. But I was never a big Lil Wayne fan. I always thought a lot of his rhymes to me were just foolish. They were just kiddish. As I got older, I heard some things that he's done, and I'm like, I kind of missed that one. I didn't get it at first.
So to me, he was the king of the mixtape era.
Okay.
So like when everybody was dropping mixtapes, he would just take people's beats and they would forget who the original
Because he just killed it.
person was on. Yeah,
Yeah.
he made it his song. Where it's like I
Got
don't
it.
even remember the original for real. Like it's
Yeah.
Lil Wayne, bro. Lil Wayne version.
Yeah.
But I mean, yo, he's washed, man. The dreads are hanging on by a thread.
My God.
For real, because here's the thing too. The crazy part is he's still fairly young.
How old is Lil Wayne? He's got to be in
I
his
think
40s, bro. Let's Google.
No, I think he's either close to 40 or a little bit over 40.
No, he's older
either
than
late
me,
30s.
bro.
No, he's around the same age as you.
No, he's not. No, he is not.
Yes, he is. So is Drake.
Bro, he's 42. I'm 37.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Same age
Brother,
as me.
You turned 38. That's 4-year difference. Big deal.
That's a big difference. You know how big of a difference is? Someone being a freshman in high school and someone being a senior in middle school. Or no, a freshman in middle school or something like that.
No, it's not.
4 years. There's 3 years in middle school, 4 years in high school. If he is a freshman, I should be a senior in elementary school. There's a 4-year difference.
Yeah, you just worded that. So you just confused me
Yeah,
because you said a senior in high school and
No, I
then a
messed that
freshman
up.
in middle school.
I messed that up.
You could have just said senior in high school, freshman in high school because it's a 4-year.
Yeah.
It's 4 years in high school.
Yeah.
So that means you and him could have been going to the same high school. That's not that big
He
of a
was
difference.
exiting and I was entering. That's crazy.
That's still not that big of a difference, brother. You know?
I think it's a big
not.
difference. He's already 40. He's getting the AARP. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but at 42, he shouldn't look the way he looks.
So you're saying it's his swagger that he's holding on to from when he was in his 30s, early 30s?
No, I just think the drugs caught up to him. All that lean.
The lean.
Because he's the one that started.
Yeah.
To me, he's the one that
styrofoam
started
cups and all that.
double cup joint, and unfortunately, it led to the music we're getting now.
Wow. So
Because
that's
nobody
what it
could do it the way he used to do it.
Mm.
Because he was an anomaly.
Mm.
But now it doesn't work. I like to see artists that I grew up on mature with me.
You sound like Joe Budden right now.
It's the similar issue with Drake.
I was just gonna get to
Mature
that.
with us.
I was gonna get to that.
Mature with us. Drake,
Do you think we'll
are
ever get
pushing
that?
40, my boy.
You think we'll ever get that?
The issue is, I think he does it from time to time, and he
There are
doesn't do
some
it
records.
consistently.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Like a lot of the like the 3 a.m. in Toronto type of stuff like that, like those where he's rapping and getting like introspective. That's the songs we like.
Yes, we were talking about this yesterday about Drake.
you
Like
give
I
us
like
a whole
rapping Drake.
album-
I don't like sad singing Drake. You like that?
I don't mind sad singing. I like both, but he hasn't given us, to me,
I want a
what's the
really
name
good
of it?
rap album from him. That's what I really want, bro. I
And
really
he
want
could. The
that.
thing is, he could do that, but
I know he can,
you
but he
also gotta
won't.
take
He's
into
gonna play
account
to the audience.
he got to play to the women. That's his
Yeah,
people's.
is he the LL Cool J of our generation? Well, you
I
and I
don't
are
know.
7 years apart, so
I wouldn't say so
because you know LL
because
was for the ladies.
but a lot of women don't actually like him. I think women like the way
What?
LL Cool J looked.
Oh, that's true too. That's true too. Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think women
Yeah, yeah,
genuinely
yeah,
like
yeah.
it. Now,
But
some
Drake
women
was
do
trying to
find
do
Drake.
that for a while. Remember, he was trying to get swole.
No, I know, but I'm saying I think women do find Drake attractive, but
Mhm.
not on the level that they found
LL.
LL Cool J attractive back in his heyday. You know
Like
what I'm
Drake
saying?
can't do the licking lips like LL.
Nobody should ever do that, even him. I don't care what nobody says. That's disgusting. Now your breath stinks. You know what I'm saying? What we doing, LL? Come on, son. Come on, son. But
Oh my god.
but yeah, like I think he just he caters to the crowd of women. They
Yeah.
make him the most money.
That is true.
And it's smart from a business
Of course,
perspective, obviously.
Yeah.
As rap fans, of course, it's like, yo, come on, bro. We know
Yeah.
you can rap. That's the problem, is that we've seen it
Yes.
and he's done it before.
Yes.
So it's like, why not give us a whole thing of that?
Yeah.
And instead you're, doing the pay. I feel like he's big enough where he doesn't have to do the whole, hey, I need to make this kind of record or blah, blah, blah. Or give us one of those and the rest of it is like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm okay
Rap.
with one or two tracks being a little bit singy,
Like,
maybe
who's
a little
calling my
bit.
phone? Who's calling that
Yeah, I
number?
thought that was cool. I mean, it lasted like 2 weeks and then it died out. But give me one of those two, or I don't want a whole album of it. That's all.
Nah, I'm with you. But
But they
I
do
feel
say
like
when someone
rappers-
breaks his heart, he makes the best music. So it's like,
That's the problem. I don't think he got his heart broken in a while.
yeah, someone has to do it.
But I like my artists to kind of age with me.
You think J.
Obviously, when
Cole
I
is doing that now? I mean, we haven't heard from him.
But here's the thing: J. Cole's been like that.
He's always been
That's who
mature.
he
He's
is.
always been
Right.
like, yeah. And we were talking about
He's
him
similar.
yesterday too.
He's similar to a Nas.
Yes,
where
I think that's why I like
his
him so
content
much.
has always been his content, and he
Yeah.
hasn't really switched up. When he does switch up, it'd be like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah,
Like,
like
we
his
don't want
commercial
that from
stuff.
you.
Yeah,
Yeah, like we don't want that from you. It's
like when you hear
okay.
Nas doing Uchi Wally Wally, and then you
Right,
hear J.
right,
Cole do
right.
Work It Out or whatever. It's like Work Out, whatever it's called. I don't know.
So, I mean, he does it from time to time. But majority of his stuff he's like the opposite of Drake, where majority of his stuff
yes.
is hip hoppy, introspective. I'm gonna give you my take on
But it's
things.
so good. It's really
Yeah.
good.
And then he'll come through with like two of the songs that are for the mass audience or whatever.
Yeah.
But J. Cole's been like that. I think Kendrick's been like that. Obviously, I know you don't
Kendrick
like
has
Kendrick.
no. So the thing is, and I'm saying this, Chris was streaming, and we were talking about it yesterday. He was streaming. Kendrick, I don't like his voice, and there's a lot of people that feel the same way. I know I'm not the craziest person to say this. People have said this.
Well, yeah, his
before.
voice can be annoying. It's the same thing with like Nicki Minaj. Like her voice in a lot of the songs is annoying as hell.
Yeah.
But that's her style.
Yeah.
And if you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. That's it.
And that's like, I'm not saying that Kendrick doesn't bring like good, like rap. You know what I'm saying? Like actual bars. Like he makes great music, and the things that he's saying is really good. There's a lot of like poem kind of like rap. It's like deep thought thinking. And I like that. And I guess it's because of my love for Nas. Where you have someone like Jay-Z that doesn't really make you think that much. And that's why I think where like Kendrick is like Nas and Drake is like Jay-Z a little bit in a sense.
Yeah,
I feel like that.
I could agree to that.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? The first time I heard Kendrick, you won't even believe it.
When was it?
GTA 5.
Ooh, I didn't even know he was on
He
GTA
has-
5. I haven't
he
played
has
in so
multiple-
long.
He has multiple songs in the
Really?
soundtrack.
Are there any hits on that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so I
'Cause it's
haven't
from-
remember.
It's from like his first.
You talking about
non-mix-
2000?
It's a mixtape.
What is it? 2013?
Mhm.
Damn.
Section 80. It's a great project.
Okay.
It was right before his biggest project at the time.
Is that the one where they're all like standing in front of the White House? That's the second album?
No. This is way before that.
Oh,
way
wow.
before that.
Wow.
This is before his actual first album. This was like a little mixtape.
Okay, so
EP.
then I didn't know. I
He
didn't know
put
about
out. It's
Kendrick
called
like that.
Section 80. It's like 5-6 songs. Nobody
Okay.
really knew. I didn't know it was Kendrick for real But I remember that's the first time I've ever heard it
Was he the same sounding
on a
person
song.
he is now?
Yeah.
Oh, so it's
Yes.
always been like that. Okay.
They had what's this song called? 8 doobies to the face, bump that. That used to be one of my favorite songs to listen to in the soundtrack.
Really, I gotta go back and play GTA 5. I gotta buy
Section
it.
80.
Yeah.
Section 80 it was a good project, and then he came out with Good Kid, Mad City afterwards. I believe one of the singles.
Oh, that one I remember. I remember
that
Good
was his
Good
first
City.
album that blew up.
Yeah. That I remember.
But I think one of the songs, like the single, came out on GTA as well, GTA 5 as well.
Do you miss
like
buying
the
physical media? Like, do you miss going to the store and buying a CD
No.
and looking at the book and the artwork?
No.
You don't? This is where
No.
you and I differ. I think it's just different times. We're so far apart in age, like literally.
But here's the thing
6
too,
years,
like
7 years.
getting those old CDs, and I never really looked at that stuff. I didn't care.
What was the first CD you bought? Do you remember?
I don't remember.
Okay.
I don't remember. I can't go back that far in my memory.
So I
be honest with you.
remember, and you're probably gonna call me crazy. The first album I ever bought was DMX's first album. The It's Dark and Hell is Hot. That first
that's a good album, though.
Bro, classic. I remember going to.
That's a great album.
If you remember, Fulton.
How old were you? Like 11?
Let me see. Do you remember Fulton Street, right? Downtown Brooklyn. There was
Of course.
there was a store called Beach Street there. I used to actually buy vinyl records because I was a DJ. And I remember buying albums. So
Scratchies.
yeah, Scratchy Scratch. So I remember my mom, I don't know if you remember this. You might be too young. There were like articles where you could buy like six CDs for $1 each or something like that. Like they had these plans, and then they'd like send you the no? Oh my God, you make me feel old, man.
You are.
DMX first album. When did it come out?
6 CDs for $1.
Something like that. 1998. So I was 11. I was 11.
See, so for me, the issue is, wow, that's crazy. I got that right.
You did get that right. You're good, Chris. Good job.
The issue is, I grew up in the era of LimeWire, so I used to burn my CDs.
I did too once it came out. So remember, when did LimeWire? It had to have been like 99, right? How old were you in 99?
Brother, no.
Oh, you're talking about Napster. Napster was first. So Napster was like 98, 99.
You're wild. 99, I was 6 years old, my boy.
You didn't know nothing about burning CDs.
I had no internet game. Like, my boy said 99. What?
No, that's Napster. Okay. So what was the first album you burned? Do you remember that at least? Because you didn't buy no records.
It had to be a couple of the Lil Wayne mixtape joints.
Oh, so you literally grew up on Lil Wayne.
I grew up in the mixtape era. Him, Fabulous, like Dipset, Joel Santana. Like that was those mixtape. That mixtape era. Wiz Khalifa. When he was,
Wiz Khalifa, bro.
When he first came out, bro. His mixtape.
What's crazy is you started really getting into hip hop when it was in the South. Think about that. It wasn't New York. In the early 2000s, the South was taking over hip hop.
I'll say this though. I think the first CD I bought was a 50 Cent CD. Get Rich or Die Trying.
Okay, so that's a good album. But you're talking like 2002,
His
Chris? You were 8 years old? You didn't even know what they were talking about in that record.
My mom got it for me. My dad beat the brakes off me because I was in my house singing word for word, bar for bar, Many Men.
Didn't know what they were talking about.
Many men who wish death upon me. Blood in my eyes, dog, and I can't. At like I was 8, 9 years old, wilding. I was wilding.
You got G
who's trying to take your life? He was like, "Who's trying to take your life?" And then that's when he forced me to go to like the clean version, and I got the John Cena CD.
Ah, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Thugonomics, Thug Life. You know what I'm saying?
Did you have G Unit sneakers?
No.
Okay.
G Unit video games though.
You see, I never played that.
The fake GTAs that they would come out with.
Yeah. Okay, so I want to go back. So when I bought DMX was one of my favorite artists of all time growing up. So, that was like my first album that I ever bought. But I think for me, the first album that I bought and really like listened to every bar was Nas Stillmatic. So you remember there was the beef between Nas and Jay-Z.
Yes.
And on that album it had Ether. So I didn't buy it for Ether. I bought it because I loved One Mic so much. I think it's probably his best song he's ever made. And
all I need is One Mic.
Listening to every song in that album from the beginning to end, bro. I was addicted to hip hop at that point. Like now I'm listening to people for the bars. I want to hear great music. And then of course I bought Godson. I bought the Blueprint 2. Like now I'm deep into hip hop. You know, I didn't really like Dipset. I thought Jewels was cool, but I thought their raps were silly.
I thought Jules was the second coming, bro.
Everyone did. He
had such a good
that
start.
Double album was crazy. But think about it. It was like one summer you couldn't hear a song without him on it.
Bro, he was cooking.
Mm-hmm.
He was cooking. Him and Lil Wayne together.
Yeah, it was great. It was great.
That makes it. Oh my God. I was like, yo, it's late.
Is that
late.
Do you think like that's the hardest fall off of all time in hip hop? Someone that like was almost there, like to become one of the greats and just Cameron talks about it a lot too. That there was a lot of like praise from the industry. It was like, this is the next guy, and he just didn't take it serious enough of what Cameron said. And I think even Jim Jones said the same thing. Like he wanted to be in the streets, in the club, spending money, drinking. He was young. Think about it. Joel was young. I think he was like 19.
To have that much fame, especially in New York.
Yeah, in New York is big.
Where like you were on top of the New York game.
Yeah.
Knowing that that's where like hip hop originated.
Yeah. And this is a time where 50 was still out too. Like 50's
you know what I'm saying?
out.
Like, imagine how that feels. You got G Unit. You're the one.
Yeah.
Holding the crown at that point.
And the music, I'm not gonna lie, the beats were sick too, man. I love like Dipset, like
amazing
gangster music, all that. It was great.
Amazing.
And you know what's crazy too? Their style was something that people emulated. Like they were doing things no one else was doing. Like people were trying to dress like Kanye and Jay-Z, but there were people like from the hood that dressed like Dipset.
Exactly.
You know, they had that bandanas on the shoes.
Lil Wayne jumped on the wave.
Yeah. Lil Wayne did, yeah.
And then he's the one that took off.
Yeah.
Because when him and Jewels were pretty much coming up together, like Lil Wayne already had started at an early age with the Hot Boys and all that stuff like that. But when he finally started coming on like his own, him and Jewels was the perfect match. It was like, yo, one from the South, one from New York.
Yeah.
Perfect mesh because when they worked together, it sounded good. It made sense.
Yeah.
And then Lil Wayne took it serious. And Jewels didn't. And that's what happened. I don't know if it's the biggest fall off. Because you could always go with the one-hit wonders and
but like if you think about one-hit wonders, I'm not even caring about that. I'm talking about
someone that trajectory type. Bro, I know what you're saying.
Like you come out of Dipset, then you do your own album. It was a double album. Like no one does their first album a double album. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think it was hits. There were hits, but I don't think it was a classic like the way 50's first album was. Like
no, 50's first too. There's no way.
I think, man, when you think about like first albums, like 50 did something special. Like
there's no skips.
It's hard. It's hard to not like. I put him. I put DMX's first album. A lot of people put Illmatic. Mean like there's no features. Snoop Dogg is big too. And for their first album, like to just be hits. Some people even say Jay-Z's first album. I didn't like Jay-Z's first album. So you know, it's just.
I think it was more the Blueprint stuff that for me was
that blew
Jay-Z's
up.
Like
I thought so too. I thought the Blueprint 1 was big, but I liked Blueprint 2, which was a double album too.
Double albums used to be the thing for real, right?
Kanye never did one either. Yeah, Biggie was one of them that did the double album Life After Death, which was a great album as well. You know, things like that. Big Pun was supposed to do a double album with his second album, but obviously he passed away. I think if Big Pun wouldn't have died, you know, think about Biggie, like guys that got taken away very young. They could have had they could have had something. Pac just had so many records, bro. Like, you know, once he passed, he still had like 10 albums come out after he passed. Right. So when I'm thinking someone that was there, for me, I think it has to be Jewels. I love Joe Budden. I think Joe, like, he probably had like this riff with Def Jam once Jay-Z was running things, and he mentioned that too. Like his second album, which was Padded Room, it wasn't great. It was rushed. It was more of his mixtapes, the Moon Music shit that was really good, and it was just bars. Like
that mixtape era, man.
Yeah.
Joe Budden's too. I mean, even the whole Slaughterhouse. I feel like they all had a shot.
Too,
I feel like they all had a good shot, especially somebody like Royce the 5'9", who
I love Royce too. Yeah.
And he had the super cosign from Eminem because they're both from Detroit.
Yeah. You remember that song How Come? That's about Royce.
But what's that song?
I like Joel Ortiz too. I like Joel Ortiz.
Every sports game, the pedal to the metal.
Oh, that was that's a joint album with him and Eminem.
You know, like he cooked Eminem majority of the album, by the way.
But the video was dope too.
Meet your mother.
The video was
To
good
Meet Your
though.
Mother. He smoked Eminem on most of those tracks. I don't care what nobody
I
says.
just said I like Royce. I think Royce is great, but
No, I
he's
know. I'm talking about to the Eminem fans that defend everything he does.
I mean,
Royce the 5'9" was packing M up majority of that album.
I will say the Eminem show was better than Slim Shady, so I don't think Slim Shady's album, the first album, was great. The Eminem show was fantastic.
Yeah.
Like,
I agree.
Bro, he broke records.
That was
with
another
album.
artist that I grew up with, like listening to all the time.
I love the Eminem show, man.
He was so violent, bro. He was wilding back then.
But kids loved it.
I know.
Kids
I don't know why.
ate it up.
Kids
ate it up.
I want to kill my mom. Yeah. It's like, yo, what is wrong with us, bro?
Yeah.
What's
like,
wrong with us?
imagine like singing in the closet now in your 30s, how weird that sounds.
You're like,
I love Eminem. I'm
she-
sorry, you can't say anything bad about him. I do get his lyrics aren't as great as it once was. Like, I feel like there's no motivation there.
It's not even about the lyrics.
It's just
more
songs.
so the beats.
Okay.
It doesn't
Yeah, I would say the
click.
beats are different now. Yeah. The
You know what
beats
I'm
are
saying?
different
Like,
now.
it doesn't work the way it used to work.
Mhm.
It basically, like I said before, it sounds like a off-brand version of Eminem because you're trying to recreate beats that you used to rap on back in the day.
Yeah.
It just doesn't work anymore.
Yeah.
You gotta, figure it out. Because he can always rap. There's no denying his skill. He can always do that. That's no problem. Shamalama ding, like whatever the fuck you're saying.
I don't like the song. Like, I thought the album, him and Royce the 5'9", I don't remember the name of the album that they did, the joint album. I don't think any of those songs were better than Renegade, like him and Jay-Z. I thought that was an amazing collaboration song.
Oh, Jay-Z on that.
I know. And it's crazy because it's like Jay-Z's up here and it's an up and coming Eminem.
Yeah,
and it's
yeah,
just
yeah.
like
Man,
surpasses him.
that beat,
Sick. Yeah.
oh my god, every little piece of that beat is just perfection. And the way they both did well on it.
Yeah,
but Eminem just
That's what I'm saying. And that was the thing. I felt like when I say like hip hop changed, it was like those moments I don't think we ever got back. And maybe it's just me being old, but I just feel like there were just critical moments in hip hop where like you see artists come together and just do something fantastic. I don't think I've seen anything like that. I know J. Cole and Drake try to do something like that, but it just
Big as the Super Bowl.
it felt forced. I don't know. And this is not the first time they've done something together.
Best rap beefs of all time, though. So
is it the best rap beef though? I still think the Nas and Jay-Z one is.
I said one of the best rap beef. I didn't say the best. One of the best that we've seen.
I still think Nas and Jay-Z is probably the best one in my opinion. And it might sound biased because it's relevant to my time of growing up in 2001 and it's New York. I mean, a lot of great beefs actually started in New York too, so,
Yeah, hell yeah. You know my favorite beef of all time? Pause. That sounded crazy. But my favorite music beef of all time, right?
Okay. I'm glad you fixed that.
Lil Wayne and The Dream.
Can you consider that a beef though? Like,
yes, bro.
Because he had his girl
songs. Yes.
Come on, Chris. Like,
why the R&B people be beefing better than the rap people sometimes? Mariah Carey versus Eminem? Absolutely
that's
fantastic.
crazy. I never thought that was gonna happen.
Mariah Carey cooked him.
That's funny though.
She cooked him.
Who would have thought Mariah Carey versus Eminem?
Listen, man.
Or you want to talk about R&B? What about 50 Cent and Ja Rule?
Yeah, Ja Rule.
That's R&B. He's not. Oh my god. Oh my god.
And they were in the comments violating him. Yo,
Ja Rule, let it go. Irv Gotti passed away, and that doesn't mean you come back out. Like,
oh man, I feel bad though because you know what I'm saying. I feel bad mostly because 50 Cent's a piece of garbage.
Yes,
right?
he is, and he's a troll.
Because you made fun of him for that style, and then you took his style and did the same thing he was doing. You know what I'm saying? Oh,
I hated that. I hated that.
Without you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then you make fun of him for doing that, but then most of your songs is you singing on it too. So
do you remember
he can't do it, but you can?
So you remember 50 diss Jadakiss and Fat Joe for doing New York with Ja Rule, right? But then when Jadakiss dropped his diss track to 50, 50 had no words for Jada, bro.
I mean, because Jada can out rap circles around most people in the
Bro.
industry. That's Jadakiss, bro. There's no way.
The Kiss of Death is probably my favorite Jadakiss album. It just hits. I love Jadakiss. I love his voice. I think he's a great artist. I love the Locks
100%.
too. I love the Locks too, but just I don't really care for
Jadakiss.
Styles P, but Jadakiss
Yeah,
is
yeah,
that
yeah.
guy. Like,
Yeah.
and I love that like Fat Joe tried, but it didn't do much. But you know what's funny, Chris? I learned this as I got older. People really like with Fat Joe in his early days, like
Yeah, of course.
like he was
Lean
around
Back?
hip hop.
What?
No, not even before
Yo.
that, Chris. Even
Yo.
before that,
Yeah, because he was around. So like,
Bro,
why
like-
wouldn't you?
he was a big deal to like hip hop. I didn't know that.
Yes, him and Big Pun, man.
Big Pun was special, man. Big Pun, like you
And
go
he-
listen to
he-
stuff.
He pretty much took over for what Big Pun at a lesser level, but
Yeah.
like I feel like Big Pun would have been bigger, obviously.
Yeah,
But he pretty much after Big Pun was gone, he
Yeah.
kind of like held it down.
man. It's sad because it's like you wish there was more that could have came from Pun because it was like he was just getting there, and then like that album that drops
Super
out,
talented.
Capital Punishment, and he just dies before the album drops, and it's like we missed out on something great. I know people say, "Oh, we
Right.
missed out on Big L." I still think Big Pun was gonna be bigger than Big L, and it's like,
I agree.
damn, we missed out on greatness.
A lot of people that were like young and talented passed away a little bit too early, like before we got to see a lot of them, you know?
Who's one of them that you thought could have been something special but was taken too young?
I feel like Nipsey was getting there.
I was just gonna say that, yeah,
Um
because he was
even
loved
somebody
too.
like
He was. I mean,
even somebody like
unfortunate.
Triple X.
Oh,
Triple X to me.
Tentacion. I didn't really like him like that because I thought he was like more of a singing rap artist, and I wasn't into
Right.
that.
No, but like I'm talking about just a
As
trajectory
in,
wise.
on their way,
He was-
yeah. XX.
He
yeah.
was on his way.
Yes, he was. He was.
From New York, somebody like Pop Smoke was definitely
Yes.
he
I
was
forgot
out
about
there.
that. Yeah. Or Stack Bundles. I don't know
Smoke-
if you remember Stack. I
Yes,
thought
I do.
Stack was good too.
But Pop Smoke was out of there,
Yeah,
bro. He
yeah.
was out, and now
And he
there's
was
like
getting
a void.
love too.
There's
in
a
New York.
void in the New York space because of that.
But I
to
thought
me,
you liked what's this guy's name? Oh man, I'm losing it. I stopped listening to hip hop, but I listened to some stuff.
Who?
He did a track that you loved. You used to sing it all the time with Alicia Keys. What's his name? New York.
Oh
City.
no!
You don't like that
He's
guy
not.
no more?
He's not.
Nah, he's
no,
not that guy?
not that I don't like him.
What's his name?
he
What's
just-
his name?
Now you're making me forget. Now I got a brain fart.
But you know what I'm
cocky
talking
butt.
about. You know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah. He made a song. It was with Kanye and Alicia Keys. I know.
Yeah. That was a good
Um,
song. But yeah.
He had his little run, but he didn't capitalize on it. Right outside of that song,
Isn't
nothing
there
on that
something the
album.
Butcher?
No, that's Benny the Butcher.
Oh, so
Don't-
different.
don't.
I'm
That's different.
I'm just thinking. I can't remember the artist's name. So yes, okay. So I know some things. Okay, I'm hip.
Now I'm gonna look it up.
I got my ears to the streets.
Fabio Foreign.
There
That's
you
who
go,
it is.
Fabio. Yes.
Fabio. But yeah, Fabio fell off.
Damn.
Like there's a void in the New York space. You feel me? And then just in rapping, like hip hop in general, at least for us, right? Because we're men.
We are men.
We're deprived.
We are.
There's no new talent in the male space to me that I feel like is gonna stick around. They might have hits here and there.
But there's not gonna be consistency.
Exactly. Whereas the women, they got it right now. They're holding on the block.
Yeah.
So like women hip hop fans, y'all got it good right now.
Yeah, right now this is
because-
their time. I've never seen a time like that in hip hop besides Nicki, but it was just her. This time it's
Right.
multiple
They
female
have
artists.
a plethora of artists that
Yeah.
they can enjoy, that are actually rapping, that are good. You know what I'm saying? Like Meg, Lotto, Glorilla. I think Glorilla.
What's
has
that
the
girl
chance
that
to be
just
one
won
of
the
biggest.
Grammy? She has a song Anxiety.
Oh, Doechii.
yeah, Doechii. She's pretty big too.
Another one. Like
Yeah.
they have a plethora of artists that they can listen to that is actually good. That
Yeah.
I feel like can stick around. I mean, they've been sticking around for
Yeah.
a couple years now.
Yeah, but
They
it's
did-
consistent.
consistent.
Yeah, that's what it comes down
Consistently
to.
good.
And Nicki's
And
nowhere to be found in this whole thing too. She's kind of
I
washed.
think she just retired. She just said, "Yo, I'm out."
But even like she
She
tried
got
to do
her-
something else and it just didn't work.
But even Cardi's gone. She hasn't
Yo,
released
Cardi
an
only
album
did
since her
one
first
album.
But it's a classic album.
Now she's just involved with Stefan.
Yeah, your favorite wide receiver.
Yo, he does another stunt like that, the Patriots are saying bye.
Cook.
Giving out cocaine to people. What's wrong with him?
But I feel like the hip hop space needs a at least for the men. We need somebody.
Yeah.
Somebody do something.
Somebody do something. And that's why I said, like, what is this Lil Wayne thing? I haven't heard it, but what we got?
Nah, but it's not.
It's not. Okay.
It's not it. It's not a classic album. I'll tell you that right now.
Damn.
So some of the stuff sounds good, but then there's a lot of like, ugh.
Is it cringy?
I think Lil Wayne messed up when he went super experimental.
What, he was doing rock and roll?
Yes.
Yeah. It was at a point in his career that he could do whatever he wanted because he brings in Drake, he brings in Nicki. It was just hit after hit.
But the issue is he never went back.
Yeah. It's like
what
he
worked
brought
for
up
him
these
originally?
two icons and then just he disappeared into the shadows.
Granted,
and then he got
deserves it,
arrested.
though.
Remember,
Good
he
for him.
was in jail for about
Yeah.
a year and a half. So it's like,
but out of all the people, he deserves it. You know what I'm saying? He brought us. He's a legend.
Yeah.
Drake and Nicki are both legends, whether you like them or not.
so think about this.
They're all
He's the
legends.
only artist that introduced someone else, except for Eminem. Like Eminem brings in 50, even though 50 had a little bit of shine when he was with Tally Boy Records, and then it's like they push him through, with the cosign of Dr. Dre. But I can't think of another artist that like brings someone else. Like, okay, maybe Jay-Z bringing in Kanye. That's probably it.
But Kanye was already on the up and up, anyways.
Well,
Because
as
he
a
was a
producer,
producer before.
yeah.
So like,
But it
wasn't like Jay-Z was like, hey,
no, Jay-Z wasn't saying he's that guy. He wasn't. It was
here's
Dame.
a song with my guy. They didn't even work for a while.
Yeah,
on a song
Dame
together.
gave him a chance, and that was nobody wanted to give Kanye a chance, but Dame did.
No. So, I mean, honestly, yeah, Lil Wayne's the only one that was like, hey,
I got these
I know
artists.
I'm the guy, but I got two people with me
Yeah,
on both sides of the spectrum. One lady, one man.
yeah, maybe.
And they're gonna at
No,
one point
not
they were
even.
both bigger than him to me.
Yeah, because I'm thinking Ashanti, but that was more Irv Gotti than Ja Rule.
Ah, yeah. Yep.
And then
There's nobody
Diddy
else.
is just more Biggie. There's not really much more. Maybe Mary J. Blige.
The only other like group I could think of doing something similar is probably Dreamville and TDE with Kendrick.
Yeah,
But none of their
but they're
artists
not
blew
big.
up to that
Yeah,
extent.
that's what I'm saying.
That's
They're
the
not
thing.
big. Or
But they at least tried to put their people on. It wasn't
Yeah.
like, you know what I'm saying? Where it's like, yo, I'm on the song with you. We got a whole joint
maybe
album,
the
this, that,
ASAP
whatever.
crew. Maybe.
They're not that big.
Yeah, they're not that big.
They're not that big.
Or the
Nobody to that
YNBs.
level.
Yeah.
To that level.
Yeah, like
I
if you
think
look
there's
at
been attempts.
Drake, like after Wayne Drake, and there's nobody at that level with them three.
Because here's the thing too, Young Money in general started like with the whole group aspect thing.
Yeah.
Majority of those people nobody cares about.
Yeah.
Really, Drake and Nicki took advantage
Yeah.
of the opportunity that Lil Wayne gave them.
Yeah.
He gave a bunch of people the opportunity.
Yeah.
Them two skyrocketed. It's just that's an anomaly.
Yeah. Only maybe
So, shout out
Akon
Wayne.
to T-Pain. But that's not even a rapper.
True.
It's R&B.
Right, but yeah.
Yeah. Because
Even
T-Pain's
then,
big.
I don't think, but he's not that big.
No, he's not. But man, did he have records, bro? He was
Both of them,
featured.
Him and Akon
Yeah.
were in everything.
Yeah. They were just features. Like there was supposed to be an album with Lil Wayne and T-Pain. There was supposed to be T-Wayne.
T-Wayne. Yeah.
Never got that.
I remember.
Yeah,
I remember.
never got that. I can't even think Pharrell clips. Not even. You can't even because
Nope.
even if you separate
Nobody
them,
to that level.
Yeah.
Nobody to that level. Because a lot of people just say the same thing with like Jay-Z, Rihanna, and Kanye, but it's like,
Oh, I
he
forgot
didn't
about
put-
Rihanna. Yeah.
he didn't necessarily, outside of maybe Rihanna, I'll give him that, but like he didn't necessarily put them on the way,
That Lil Wayne put. Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because Kanye, like you said, was already producing records for people like Twista and Scarface and obviously Jay-Z and Dipset. Like Dipset was supposed to get Hard Knock Life, the sample song, but then that was given to Jay-Z, and that
Yeah.
I think that blew up Jay-Z, and that's when Kanye was like really looked at like this might be the guy.
Yep.
So well, that's it for
that's
this
wild.
episode. We just talked hip hop. We never did that. We
No.
never talked hip hop on this podcast.
That's wild. Because I thought you were going to talk Mac Gaga about my Knicks.
Well, the Knicks do suck, and guys, if you haven't noticed, they're out of the contention of the NBA Finals, and the Patriots are
are.
going to win.
Yo, the Pacers actually, I can't believe it.
1
but
point. But hey,
I'm telling
listen,
you, They sold their souls.
The Thunder was down 2-1 to the Nuggets, and they beat them in 7. The Nuggets took them to 7, and the Thunder beat them. So you never know. The Thunder could come back.
I'll say this though: if the Pacers win Game 2, it's over.
So that's Sunday. So Game 2 Sunday, Pacers win.
I don't know why. Every
Kinda like with
series
the
so
Knicks.
far, yeah, every series the Pacers have played so far, they won both games on the road first, and they're not losing. If they win both games on the road, they're not losing the series.
And Helly better get that MVP if they win, because he got played. He got played.
Nah, he didn't play good. He didn't play that good.
He thought he did because you saw him get stepped up. He's like, yeah, that's me. And like, oh,
brother, he had an 8-point game and a 13-point game. There's no
But
way.
Chris, did you remember seeing that when they were giving out the MVP? He's like, I'm that guy. Excuse me, I move out my way.
Even in this game 1, he didn't play that well.
No, he just clutched
He just made the game winner.
Yeah, he's the clutcher.
I think he had like 14 points, bro. That's not an MVP caliber
no, he's not.
performance.
He's not doing Kobe Bryant numbers. You know what I'm saying?
Right. But their team in general, bro, they had, I think, 6 players with double doubles.
No, the
Pacers are a good team.
Pacers is a good team.
How are you gonna beat that?
But the Thunder got to come out swinging on Sunday. They're at home. They got to come swinging.
I mean, they have to do what the Knicks couldn't do. If they don't win Game 2, this series is over.
Oh, before we go, do you want KD over Cat?
No.
Wow, you're crazy. You as a Knicks fan to say that, you are wilding. Why is that? And don't tell me it's because of the future. I'm talking about you got so close to get to the NBA Finals. KD in Cat's place, you get to the Finals, I think.
I'll only say it because we would have to give up too much to get KD.
Okay, I agree. You do have to give up a lot.
So we already gave up a lot
to
for
get Cat.
Mikal Bridges. No, we gave up more to get Bridges than we did Cat.
Oh, that's right. There was a lot of trade equity too in that.
So
I mean, the trade equity. There's a lot of
unless we could get something back in return, I would rather get Bridges out of
equity.
Here. Yeah, I would rather get Bridges out of here.
Bridges gonna want more money, and he's a role player. He's not a star.
You feel me? So like, I would rather if we do get KD, I wouldn't want Cat to leave. I would want to keep Cat, get rid of Bridges.
But then you have 2 big men. KD is 6.
We need that.
11, 7 foot.
So what? We need that. Keep Cat at the 5. Put KD at the 4.
But Cat's not a true 5 though. He doesn't play with his back to the rim. He's shooting from the perimeter.
That's fine.
I don't think they coexist. If it happens, Cat has to go. Any team that
doesn't.
You're telling me Phoenix Suns are not going to say I need Cat or nothing else. Nah, you're not going to take
Bridges,
that.
Bridges is the poor man's KD.
No.
You know what's the funny part though? Bridges has been traded for KD twice already.
Oh, that's right, because of the Nets thing, and then
the Suns.
And the Suns, yeah. That's insane when you think about it.
Make it third time's a charm. Come on.
But you know I know the Suns won't go for that. They want Cat. He's younger.
But again, I don't think they should blow up the team anyways. It's their first year together. They made it to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Well, you got rid of the coach, so you blew up the team.
Yeah, because he sucks. He's not a good coach. Nah, he's a good coach. But he's not a championship-winning coach,
Okay,
man.
so who you getting? Because the rumors are you're not getting Michael Malone. So
I don't even know what you just said. It just blocked out.
You're not going to get Eminem.
Oh, Mike Malone?
Yeah.
Listen, we got options, man. It's okay.
Yeah. You gonna trade to get Jason Kidd?
No.
How are you going to trade for a coach?
I think that'll be a terrible idea.
If you're going to do that, might as well trade for Spoelstra.
Nah. I see somebody just post about Spoelstra being the coach. Like, get
trade for him. Yeah, get him on the Knicks. That's a good coach.
That's a fantastic coach. Okay.
Bring him to the Knicks.
He's brought teams that stink. They overachieved with him as a coach because
he's also had good players too. He has some good players. Like,
nah, bro.
Those Miami Heat a little bit younger Butler.
Them Miami Heat teams with just Jimmy Butler, they overachieved because of his coaching.
Also, the East was weak too, I would say, in that time.
No.
They weren't dominant, bro.
Nah.
There wasn't a good Pacer team. And the Knicks weren't that good at that time.
The same team that won a championship the year after, the Boston Celtics, they beat them.
Yeah, but wasn't that like
as an 8 seed? They were the 8th seed and they beat the number 1. What do you mean? I'm trying to think,
when was that? Because I know that wasn't the bubble era.
2022.
That was a little bit after the bubble era.
Because they went in during the bubble era and lost to the Lakers.
Yes,
right?
Yes, which was weird.
Then they injury happened. They were off for that 1 year. Then the year after they went back, 2022. as the 8th seed because I think Jimmy Butler was coming back off of injury.
Yes, I remember.
They just squeezed into the playoffs with the play-in, and then they beat everybody as the 8th seed to get to the championship because of his coaching. He's a fantastic coach. They overachieved because they did not have a good team.
Yeah, they're not gonna trade you. You think Pat Riley's gonna be like, yeah, no problem, take my best coach?
No way. I don't think that at all.
And who do you trade for Spoelstra? You got to get rid of Cat. Like he's the #1 guy. Cat's gone.
A trade for a coach, but a trade for a coach sounds so insane.
I mean, it's happened.
Again, they could just hire somebody. Just hire somebody. Get somebody good. Bring back Jeff Van Gundy. No, I'm just
yeah, give Mark Jackson a chance.
Honestly, I wouldn't mind that. I think Mark Jackson is also Tom Thibodeau Jr. You know, they're the same thing. He's the black version.
Wow.
Tom Thibodeau's the white, and Mark Jackson's the black version. But I don't know. I think giving Mark Jackson a chance wouldn't be bad.
I don't think it's the time to do it now, though.
But I think he could prove, right? Like, hey, I was the reason Golden. This will be his chance to be like, with my coaching, we would have won, but they got rid of me and got Steve Kerr off of what I built.
I've always
so now I'm gonna do it off of what Coach Tibbs built. Huh? Come on, Lou.
Can he bring him? Listen, whoever they get and they don't get past the first round, it's an L. You know it, I know it, and it's a wrap. You got good 2 years to get back to the promised land, and if you don't do it,
I agree.
It's a wrap.
I think we got a 2 to 3 year window with the same exact team.
It's a wrap.
Just give us a good coach, and we'll be all right, man.
I think it's more than. I think some things have to shake up a little bit. I don't think it's just the coach. I don't think the coach just makes
it's mostly coaching.
Well, did you hear the rumor of Jalen Brunson's dad being toxic in the locker room too? There was
we were hearing that the whole time with him and Thibs. I don't know.
Yeah.
But either way, coaching Rick Carlisle is out coaching everybody.
But the Pacers are a good team too, Chris. You can't just say that.
No. I'm not saying the Pacers are bad.
Mm-hmm.
But their role players are the ones that are doing Neesmith on any other team. He's not doing what he's doing there. Nemhart, he's not doing what he's doing there.
Yeah, no, I get
Miles Turner is a bum.
Wow.
He's not doing what he's doing without that coaching. Rick Carlisle is utilizing the strengths of his team to win games. They don't have a superstar outside of Halliburton, right?
Yeah.
On paper,
well,
maybe Siakam.
Yeah, Siakam. I said Siakam. Siakam Bakum.
But he's not a superstar to me either.
No, he's not.
Been a superstar.
I think he's overachieving. I think he's
always been like a good number 2 option.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that. A good Robin to the Batman. That's fine.
That's always fine.
That's Chris Bosh.
When he won the championship with the Raptors, he was the number 2 guy behind Kawhi.
Yeah,
that's perfectly fine.
Man, Kawhi,
he's a great number 2, and he can always take over a game if he needs to. I mean, he did it against the Knicks where he scored like 40 on us.
And it was hard to guard him. You guys couldn't really.
He won the MVP. Yeah, we couldn't do anything against him, right? But that's the thing. He utilizes the mismatches. He knows.
Yeah, no,
like I said, he knows his team strength.
And he has a good history too of his coaching in the past.
I'm saying coaching is the reason he's winning.
Yeah,
I mean, look at the Thunder. On paper, the Thunder should be smoking their absolute boots off.
They're a good team.
You got the MVP. You got White KD and Chet whatever Holmes his name is, right? And then you got the football player that can shoot threes because he's built like a linebacker, but he could knock down all the threes. I forgot his name, but they have a big 3 that can all be like all-stars. They're all young.
Yeah.
And on paper, they have a better roster. But the Pacers utilize their entire roster and they win games.
What the hell? You know what I'm saying?
Please don't. I'm so tired of hearing it. Like they're gonna make me hate. I don't mind Halliburton. They're gonna make me hate him. Similar to how
he has a hateable face.
I think you know what it is. I think him and Tatum have the same thing, where they both have punchable faces, right?
Yeah.
And they're also both like super cornballs. They're corny.
Yes, they are. I would agree.
We did it. We did it. Stop. You're not KG, bro.
They forced it. That was a force. Yeah. That was a force. I remember that.
That whole championship run, annoying. Same thing with Halliburton in this one.
Yeah.
The whole Sam Cassell thing with the balls.
Yeah.
The choke Reggie Miller against the Knicks. Like, come on, bro.
He's trying too hard. He's trying too hard.
It's corny.
And his dad makes it worse too.
Oh my! His dad makes it so much worse. I was just about to say the same thing.
His dad makes it worse.
His dad makes it so much worse.
Why is he not banned?
Like,
someone banned him.
Nah, they freed him, bro.
I know he got freed. He got free. They should have kept him in the cage though. That sounds bad. I didn't mean like that, but they should keep him away.
They're both fantastic players. You can't deny their talent, but they're both cornballs, and that's fine. Be a cornball. I'm gonna hate you though, but you're a cornball. Okay. Yeah.
But don't you think Cat is a cornball too?
No, he's just Dominican.
From Jersey at that too, right?
He's just Dominican after all that, you know?
Yeah.
That's his thing. But let's get up out of here, you know what I'm saying?
Too long.
Thank you for joining us to talk about the nonsense and the art of it. See you next time.
Peace.